Hey y'all, this is Paris with Loud Light, and here's what happened this week in the Kansas legislature. This week, Kansas Supreme Court Justice Marla Lucker announced her retirement. Later this year, in the August 2026 primary, Kansans will vote on a constitutional amendment that would change how Supreme Court justices are selected in Kansas. The constitutional amendment would abolish the nonpartisan independence of the judicial branch, allowing political parties to control every branch of government. The amendment also allows billionaires such as Elon Musk or Charles Koch to spend millions of dollars buying Kansas Supreme Court seats. Despite the overwhelming majority of Kansans making it clear that they support reproductive freedom during the 2022 constitutional amendment vote, every session legislators bring bills that would restrict abortion access and funnel more taxpayer dollars to further the anti-abortion movement. There are very few locations in Kansas that provide abortion, but there are over 50 unregulated crisis pregnancy centers who work to prevent them. The Fake Clinic Protection Bill creates legal protections for these unregulated clinics, while excluding those who actually provide abortion services in Kansas. The bill also bans local governments from enacting regulations onto these fake clinics, meaning Kansans would have no ability to seek local protections from their deceptive practices. Also, the Senate budget passed this week continues to send taxpayer dollars to the state treasurer's office, who then funnels it to unregulated clinics through the Kansas Pregnancy Network. Part of the Kansas Pregnancy Network's leadership includes former U.S. Representative Tim Huelskamp, who's been connected to misleading texts sent the day before Election Day in 2022 that attempted to mislead voters into voting yes on the amendment. After a wave of high school protests and walkouts in Kansas, the Senate passed a budget amendment that would penalize any school with students using their First Amendment right and would force Kansas teenagers to get a permission slip to attend protests. By putting the policy in an amendment onto the budget, Kansas lawmakers were able to skip the committee process, meaning Kansas students, teachers, and anyone else who wanted to speak about the bill were denied the chance to speak. This has been a major trend this session. When passing the nation's harshest anti-trans law, legislators were able to completely skip the committee process on the bathroom bounty part of the bill by using a gut-and-go procedure. Shortly after, on a bill that would ban in-state tuition rates for Kansas immigrants going to college, House Speaker Daniel Hawkins skipped the committee process and moved the bill directly to the House floor. Kansas is one of the very few states that still has no form of legal cannabis. Despite a majority of Kansans supporting some form of legalization and the House passing a pilot program in 2021, Senate President Ty Masterson will not let any marijuana policy through. This year, multiple bills have been introduced, but it's very unlikely that they will make it far. When asked about legalization, House Speaker Daniel Hawkins deferred to whatever Senate President Ty Masterson wants. "We will not take up marijuana in the House. The Senate can take it up, pass it, send it to us, we'll pass it. But I'm not going to take it up if the Senate won't. The Senate needs to address it." The Senate has passed a bill that would end mail voting for all Kansans if the courts find that the constitutional rights of disabled voters are being violated. Before the Senate could even pass the bill, House Elections Chair Representative Pat Proctor held an informational hearing on the bill in an attempt to rush the bill's progress on the House side. Although Representative Proctor has told constituents at town halls that he's not planning on doing anything to end mail-in voting or early voting, other videos show a different version of Proctor's plan, which is to chip away at early voting in Kansas. We are in the final month of legislative session before lawmakers will briefly adjourn before the veto session in early April. Next week is also when Davis returns, so everyone get excited. If you are still not following us on social media, then you are missing out on so much content, so please head on over and follow us on social media. And until next time, stay tuned, stay engaged, and thank you so much, Kansas.